Welcome to the Ultimate Sports Blog Podcast Special Edition series where I preview and predict every college basketball conference tournament. Now up is the NEC Tournament, which begins tonight. The tournament will take place at the higher-ranked seeds' home campuses. The winner of the tournament gets the automatic bid into the NCAA tournament. If I get a pick wrong, then I'll predict the outcome of the actual matchup on my daily podcast on the night the game is played. If I get my picks correct, then my picks will carry over to my daily podcast. Before I get to my predictions, I'm going to discuss a few of my most likely to be the case items of note. Best player in the tournament, Keith Braxton, St. Francis, Pennsylvania. Team most likely to spoil chalk. I mean either to reach the championship game or heck even win the tournament outright. And to me, I think the most likely to do that is Sacred Heart is the most likely to spoil chalk. Now on to my predictions for the tournament. Quarterfinals begin tonight. 8-seeded Bryant at 1-seeded St. Francis, Pennsylvania, 7 o'clock. Bryant 10-19 on the year, 7-11 in conference play. St. Francis, Pennsylvania, 16-13 on the year, 12-6 in conference play. The pick here is St. Francis, Pennsylvania. 5-seeded St. Francis, Brooklyn at 4-seeded Robert Morris, 7 o'clock. St. Francis, Brooklyn, 17-14 on the year, 9-9 in conference play. Robert Morris, 16-15 on the year, 11-7 in conference play. The pick here is Robert Morris. 7-seeded Wagner at 2-seeded Fairleigh Dickinson, 7 o'clock. Wagner, 13-16 on the year, 8-10 in conference play. Fairleigh Dickinson, 17-13 on the year, 12-6 in conference play. The pick here, Fairleigh Dickinson. 6-seeded LIU Brooklyn at 3-seeded Sacred Heart, 7 o'clock. LIU Brooklyn, 15-15 on the year, 9-9 in conference play. Sacred Heart, 15-16 on the year, 11-7 in conference play. The pick here, Sacred Heart. Semifinal, which will take place on Saturday. 4-seeded Robert Morris at 1-seeded St. Francis, Pennsylvania. The pick here, St. Francis, Pennsylvania. 3-seeded Sacred Heart at 2-seeded Fairleigh Dickinson at 2 o'clock. The pick here, Fairleigh Dickinson. Championship round, which will take place on Tuesday night. 2-seeded Fairleigh Dickinson at 1-seeded St. Francis, Pennsylvania, 7 o'clock on ESPN2. Two of the best teams in the conference face off here in the conference title game. The conference's best player this season has been Keith Braxton of the Red Flash, and he'll lead his team to the big dance. So the pick here to win the 2019 NEC Tournament, St. Francis, Pennsylvania. Next up is the Ohio Valley Conference.